We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, then we'll come around for questions. Just raise your hand. We'll come around to you, the microphones. Thank you.
I'm excited about this week, excited about the opportunity to coach Syracuse football team. Thankful for our fans, community, everybody that came out this past weekend. We got a big game ahead of us, so I'm just truly thankful and happy about that. Excited to get a chance to compete against Clemson. Coach Dabo Sweeney, one of the best coaches in college football, right? Hands down, top 5 coaches there is. He's a really good football coach. I think he does an amazing job. Offensive coordinator Riley's good. Tom Allen, a good person also. I remember Coach Allen from, I think, South Florida, where he did an amazing job there. Then at Indiana, turned the program around, and now it's being over there with him. They got a lot of experience. Special teams coordinator Mike Reed, Coach Reed's really good secondary coach, one of the better ones in the country. So it's exciting. It's a good opportunity to go against and compete against a good program, like a really good established program, and a very fine head coach. So I'm thankful for this opportunity that we get to go out and at a great venue, an amazing stadium, actually, to get to go to Death Valley and have some fun and compete at football.
Questions? We'll start right in front with Dan.
Coach, working so much with the defensive backs and practicing just in general, working with that room, what have you seen from them in these first 3 weeks and kind of some of your takeaways, and then specifically to Deuce Chestnut, who's been a corner, been a safety, just his versatility as well?
Deuce is a leader back there. He does a really good job. He can do everything, could play a lot of positions. Thankful that he's in the back at safety now because he can communicate with everybody, make sure guys is lined up right, and that helps us a lot. I think that we're getting better week by week, right? I think the guys are consistently getting better. They make some really good plays. You're like, wow, I know you could do that. Then they do some dumb stuff every once in a while too, right? So it's kind of hey, let's lock in, just work on your technique and finish, right? Let's just finish. Let's not guess. Let's just read our keys, right? I think that when they read their keys, they're extremely well. Sometimes when they try to guess, it doesn't always work itself out, but you don't want to take those instincts away from some good football players. You want them to be instinctual sometimes. So guessing, instincts, sort of the same, but I'd rather them have instincts off of watching tape and things of that nature, and it tells them they remember seeing this, they know what it is, and they're ready to make the play.
Fran, when you take a transfer out of the portal and he doesn't have a lot of college tape, what's your process like for deciding, I think this guy can help us, versus the other coach didn't play him for a reason?
I think there's always a lot of practice tape, and you have to go off of the team that he was at and how they practice, your relationship with that coach. You go off if you were recruiting him, and how that went in the recruiting process. Then there's a message, just communicating back and forth, making sure they're comfortable with your culture. And I would say sometimes you got to go with your gut. You got to go with your gut. You got to understand and know there'll be a fit here for what we do. And just having confidence in your gut is a little bit of faith, right? So it's a lot of faith, to be honest. Faith is everything with me, but it's just you having some hope that it'll work itself out.
Is the practice tape always available, or does it depend? Like a team in your conference might not give it to you or something like that?
I'm not really sure. It depends, case by case.
You can hand it right back to Samantha behind you.
Coach, throughout the week in practice, how do you match the intensity of a place like Death Valley?
Just have fun. Shit, I'm here. Just how I am every day. I'm on go all the time, so I'm only calm and chilling because I'm in here. I just left the defensive room excited. I was in the staff meeting excited. So, you get a chance to play football, to coach football. How do you not? It's just the energy. It's just who you are daily, right? We got to find some things to make it loud for the offense, things of that nature. I don't know. I might just everybody I see outside tell them come to practice today. No, I'm messing with you. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We'll have fun. We'll figure it out. We're just gonna have fun though, right? Honestly, just about competing, having fun, and making plays every day at practice, and eventually those will happen in the game.
Yeah, Coach, obviously with the game being Friday night this past week, how does that kind of change, I guess, how this week looks? Does that change any routines, and how can you use that extra day to your advantage this week?
Nah, we just try to watch football, try to keep the players away, get them to relax, try to take their mind away from ball, get an extra day to recover, right? Recovery is so important. It's probably the most important piece of it. So is able to do that and then recover not just the bodies but also the mental, to get the mental to be ready to come back and compete. Because we're gonna have a great game this weekend. Right? We're playing against a great team, so it's gonna be fun. I mean, it's the ACC, so you understand and know that this is gonna be a tough football game for us to go into and compete and play. So same preparation, just different team.
Yeah, and then with Travion, do you have any status on if he'll be back this week? And also on that, just what have you seen from Nikhil kind of stepping up these past 2
Yeah,
weeks?
they told me I ain't had to tell you that. The Thursday it started to go out, so Thursday I'll put questionable. Friday I have questionable. 2 hours before the game, I'll tell you what it's gonna be. I might put almost questionable. It's like, nah, they just said I hope he play. He should play. Seeing how it goes, I'm gonna push him to play. But it just depends on his body and how everything reacts.
Christian right in front.
Coach, when you have so many true freshmen playing important roles on your team already, Byron on offense, Demetrius and Antoine on defense, what does that say about the class that you just brought in and the direction of the future of this program heading forward?
They're good football players. I bring them in all the time and I talk to them about it. When all of them get on the field and they are mentally and physically developed enough and ready to play ball, we won't be stopped. I can't wait to see them all on the field when that time comes. You see what happened with Darren and Dante as they got on this weekend, and Gabe, right? Gabe was able to score also. So, we got some good football players. The young D-line, all those guys got a chance to get in and play, and that just gave them a taste. They hungry. Now they want to be pushed, right? I talked to Quante today. He said, Coach, just keep pushing me. I'm excited. I can't wait. I understand and I know where I'm at now, and I want to play. So you just got to keep working, right? So, but when that 24, 25 class is on the football field and you got some other guys behind them, them 26s that's coming in, different things, it'll be it's going to be exciting to watch and exciting to see, right? It's going to be fun.
Put a Brent in front. And after that, I'm going to pass it right back to Maddie.
Coach, some people might look and see 3 sacks and see that as maybe that's something you got to improve on. But is there other things the pass rush is doing that maybe doesn't show up in the stats that you're encouraged by so far?
They're getting hurries. I think we got to improve on it too. I'll talk about that. We got to let the rushers rush, the droppers drop. We just got to have fun, right? I tell them the same thing. We want more sacks. Of course we do. I just really want to win. So if winning means you can't have a lot of sacks, then they keep the sacks and we'll take the W's.
And would you put Yassine in the category of Travion? Is he practicing this week, or how would you characterize him coming back? Yassine, yes.
Thursday you'll find out. Questionable. He better practice though. He better play. He got to play football, right? It's the nature of the business, the game. So we'll see. But if everything goes right, he'll play.
Brent, you just pass it right back to Maddie.
Coach, looking at Clemson and Cade, what makes this offense so difficult to kind of prepare for, especially knowing that you're going to be going into Death Valley with a team that's 1-2 right now, kind of desperate for a win?
I think they're a good football team. I think they could easily be 3-0, right? It's a couple plays. They'll easily be 3-0. They could easily be still talked about as best team in the country, right? One of the better teams in the country, and I think that's who they are. They got one of the better coaches, teams. So, they got Randall at running back, Davison at running back, the receivers, 12, 1, 0s, 22, 11 at tight end. They loaded on offense, right? And then Cade to go with all of those guys. So, I'm excited to go compete against those guys, man. They some good football players. They got a good culture there. So it's going to be fun to go up to Death Valley to have an opportunity to go play, and especially with us building our culture and them having a strong culture. I'm excited that we get a chance to play them right now.
Go up to WAR in the 3rd row.
Fran, last fall you beat Miami, Clemson gets into the ACC title game, and you called Dabo. What did you say to him on that call?
Nah, we were just saying congratulations to each other. He was happy that we won. I was just happy he got the opportunity to go in the conference championship. You want somebody that you know to be able to go to the conference championship, get a chance to win, especially after we won. So, I was excited for him. I mean, they worked their butts off. That was just more so me calling them. But that was last year, right? I want to go to the conference championship this year. But that was pretty cool to be able to see them guys go there and win and get into the playoffs also. So we wouldn't have had an opportunity to do either, to get in the playoffs or to go to a conference championship. So it's pretty cool to be able to see another team from the ACC have an opportunity to go into that game.
The first few games of each season, Coach, can kind of serve as measuring sticks for where your team is. Those games are obviously, still important to win, but after Tennessee, UConn, Colgate, how do you feel about where your team is at now that the conference slate is set to begin?
We got to keep getting better every day. Like every day is a race to get better. It's important that we get better. It's important that we practice hard. But it starts off in the morning with praying. From them prayers, we got to come to breakfast. We got to go to class. We got to be in treatment. Like, we got to do everything. Like, we got to do everything right. The more of the things that we do right, the more the better karma comes our way, right? So that's really, we got to get better at everything. We want to all get better, and that starts with myself, being a head football coach, all the way to whoever it may be that you think isn't getting in the game, all the way to the equipment guy that helps out, that comes from class. He better be in class, then come over here and do it right. It's just our entire organization, not just the players, everybody. Everybody has to continue to grow and continue to get better so we can meet the program that we want to be, and hopefully our culture is strong enough so everybody has the opportunity of doing that.
Going in front of Chris, and then Spectrum right after that.
Fran, I think after every game this year, you've talked about trying to get the team to come together and care about each other and love each other. Has that process been different this year than it was last year?
I think every year the process of getting closer and growing and coming together is different. You can't just assume that because you done it last year with these people that it automatically goes, right? Like every year you got to put a little bit more into it, right? Like for me, I've been with my wife now 26 years and married 21. Every year I got to step the bar up a little bit more. It just doesn't automatically stay the same, or you automatically have to do this. You got to keep doing different things to spice the relationship, right? To keep things going. And we got to keep communicating and growing and understanding and learning and knowing each other on our football team, so that way you want to play for guys more, right? It's like going to work. A lot of people go to work and they don't want to be there. I want them to come in the building and be excited that they get to see their brothers, and be around each other and see the coaches and have fun at practice before they get ready to go home.
And then when Vegas makes you guys as big an underdog as they did this week, do you
Say it again.
When Vegas makes you guys,
I don't care about what Vegas.
You don't talk
say.
about it with your team?
Nah, Vegas said Canelo was about to win. Right? You know what I'm saying?
They don't know everything.
Crawford said different. Right? So I don't really pay attention to that. I'm not allowed to gamble or bet on us, so I don't pay attention to that. I'm just focused on just today, really. Like the first quarter, just trying to do that. That's cool. I like being underdog. I've been an underdog my whole life, right? 50 got a good song, Hate It or Love It, the underdog's on top. You should listen to that sometime. It'd be pretty cool.
I know that one.
That's my song.
Coach, I know you get excited about every game, but is there something about, we talked last year about rivalries, kind of developing these rivalries. Is there something about Clemson? Does that get circled on your calendar when you see that?
Nah, I like every game. I want to play everybody. Whoever they put on the schedule, we all become rivals, right? It doesn't really matter who it is. You got to prepare the same way. You got to practice the same way. Still got to get the same amount of hours of sleep. Got to do all the same things. So it's just all preparation. I'm excited that we have the opportunity of doing this. I know it's going to be sold out, right? So for me, I've been loving football since I've been a little kid. So to be able to go and coach at a stadium like this and to be there, it's going to be sold out. It's going to be fun, right? You're excited about that, and I can't wait for the opportunity.
Coach, where is the place that you've seen the most growth from Steve Angeli over the past 3 games?
Not getting sacked. He's just a leader, and he's getting more and more comfortable. just IDing everything and just growing with his teammates, more so back to him with the love and just to hanging with him, but just understanding the offense more, right? I think I told y'all in the beginning that Steve kind of came on at the end of our first game, and we'll keep getting better and better and better, and then I think he's just going to keep growing. I think he's a really smart, intelligent young man who's a winner, who wants to win, who loves to win, and he'll just keep getting better, right? He's understanding the offense more and more every week, so it's set for him to win, right? He's a leader, and we're going to follow him, right? The guys will follow him, the players follow him, they respect him. Just proud of him.
We'll go down front to Zach and Aiden, and then Dan as well right after the right row.
Fran, obviously Clemson has a strong defensive line. Just what have you seen from on tape, and what sort of challenges do they present?
Clemson D-line?
Clemson's D-line.
They
Yes.
fucking nice. 11, 90, my man, it's 2 of them. 19, I mean, they ridiculous, especially 11. Like, I like 11 a lot. I think he's a good player. They good. Like, they really good. I mean, I can't wait to play against them, though, just to see where we are. Our offensive line going to compete their butts off, but they nice. 13, right? It's just a bunch of them. Then the linebackers, Sammy Brown, I remember recruiting him at Georgia. He a good player. 17's a good player. So I like their front seven a lot. They probably got one of the better front sevens in the country. They do a good job. So it's going to be a good test for us, right, to see who we are. But watching them on tape, you be like, damn, like, I mean, they legit. They do a good job, so I'm excited to play them.
And then in terms of your special teams, we've seen Tripp and Jaden kind of rotate in terms of who's kicking field goals and who's taking kickoffs. Just what goes into that in terms of having that switch?
They're not rotating. Tripp's kicking field goals, and Jaden's kicking off. He's kicking off. I don't think we rotated. I think they've done that every time all year.
No, I meant like what goes into Tripp kicking the field goals and
he was more accurate in the camp throughout the summer. Jaden, he was more accurate in camp throughout the summer, and Jaden's leg was super strong, and he's been doing a good job with the touchbacks. I think he had 10 touchbacks this weekend, which was a good deal. So happy for him. I think he was Special Teams Player of the Week for us too. So shout out to him. He did a good job.
Yeah, going back to the DB room, Chris Peel's a guy I know you recruited since Rutgers. Just what has he brought to the team so far, and what's your relationship looked like with him since way back?
He's a good kid. His mom's a great woman. He comes from a really good background, right? His aunts, just his whole family is good, and he loves to compete, and he can play. I think he'll not only dominate here for the next 3 years, but I think he'll go and do the same thing in the NFL. He'll continue to get better and better and better, and he's a smart, intelligent kid. I just enjoy it. I love Chris. Like, that's my boy, right? I'm so happy that he got to come here and play for us. I've been recruiting him for a long time, and it's starting to pay off. And you can see, you guys been watching, you can see how he can play. He's a good football player. I mean, he's a solid tackler, right? You don't usually have a lot of corners that can tackle that solid and aren't afraid of contact. 6'1", 10'4", 100 meter. So, I mean, they're all the things that you're looking for. Chris Pill is one of those guys at corner.
Take 2 more. We'll start with Dan.
Fran, looking at Darryl Gill Jr., just what he's done, his evolution, like he said, he was one of those guys as a freshman that wanted to come in, wanted opportunities. Now he wants to see other guys eat. Just how he's excelled at his game and what he's done as a leader to celebrate everybody, not just himself.
I think he's a guy that is not selfish at all. So he's always happy to see other people do well. Leadership, he's getting better at it. He could continue to get better at it, right? He continue to grow, continue to work. Athletically, he a freak, right? He could jump out the gym, he could catch, he could make plays. He's fast. People don't understand and know that. I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for the way he's been working. I'm thankful for he's just himself, though. That's what I like most of all about him. He a Texas kid, and you're going to understand and know he's from Texas. His whole style and his swag is Texas. And he thorough, though, man. That's my boy. I'm really thankful for him. I'm happy that he's here, happy that he's playing and leading that receiver room.
That, like you said, you lean on your faith. That's the most important thing to you. Last year you talked about how LaQuint Allen Jr. started to come in and pray with you. I know we hear from other guys like Dan Villari's kind of evolution through his faith and whatnot. What can you say to that a few games into this season, building that faith, building a structure around something a lot bigger than simply football?
That's who we played for Saturday. That was my message before the game, to make sure we play for the man above, and not worry about all the selfish things that we want to play for and the reasons why and all like that. Don't worry about the flush. It was about the man above. And just keep doing that, right? As we keep playing that way and we continue to glorify his name, no matter the religion, whatever our religion may be, especially right now in our time and era where we at with our country and things of that nature. I think that faith, and love, right? Faith and love is just something that we all got to hold on to and understand that it's real, right? It's not a game. It helps you get through life, right? And understand why things happen the way they do sometimes. But I just tell our players, faith and hard work, faith and hard work. Let's stick to that. Let's let that be our core of who we are, right? And when we have that within us, there's no way we can't be successful. Just stay focused. Let's not try to do what's the trend. Let's do what we know is right, and let's do it with a pure heart.
And last one, if anybody's got it. Chris,
Oh, man.
Fran, you've talked about Byron and how important and how much he'll help you guys when he's able to play more. Well, how unique was the process in terms of getting him in shape for this season? Because we all know sort of he came in big and he looks like a lot different now.
It was fun. It's a fun process. I'm excited that we get to go through it. Byron's a young kid, right? He's growing. I think he's still getting taller, to be honest. But we're just, it's a process that we're just going through, and I'm happy I got to go through it with him. I'm excited. I'm happy that I'm his coach. I think he and I belong together, right? I understand Byron. Byron understands me. And I think he's going to be an NFL player, right? I think that he needed to go through this process here because it'll help push him, right? Byron, I won't say exactly how much weight he lost, but he lost more weight than any of us will lose because we don't got that mental toughness. We say it, but we don't always do it. And he just works, right? And he knows what he wants in life. He's a mature kid. He's the leader of that freshman class, right? Those guys understanding, they look up to him because he works, and they know he works. And when he doesn't, he'll tell you, now that was on me. I was being lazy, but I got it. Like, I'll make sure I work it out, right? And he does a good job. He comes in and just does extra stuff with Coach Hicks, just to work on his flexibility, to work on, different things with him running and things of that nature. So, I mean, he's a guy that's just going to put the work in. Well, I always talk about the CCT. He's committed. He cares. And why do I trust him? Because he constantly works, and he's constantly showing me that he can do things that most people can't do, right? If you were 6'8" and weighed that much, who knows what you'll be doing, right? Or things of that nature. So Byron's a dog.
I think he posted a picture of him in the sauna. Like, is there anything unique that you've had him do, or is it the same process as sort of any guy who needs to lose?
Yeah, same process as everybody else. If I tell my secrets, then they ain't a secret no more, right? So, it's the same process. Just watch what you eat, just eating, right? At a certain time, don't eat after this time at night. All those things that people say, right? Get up in the morning, eat early, work out, boom, boom. Don't eat after this, don't have a lot of sugars, all the main basic stuff that people need to do that we don't follow, me included, right? So if we do that, then we'll all look great and be in a really good shape.
All right. Thanks, everybody.